Hello, my name is Armando. I'm a naturalist here at Beaver Lake Nature Center. Thank you so much for joining us this week for Virtual Trail Tales. So we've got two books to read, and the first one is going to be called Fall Leaves. Fall Leaves. When summer leaves, fall arrives. In our universe, everything is always moving. The Earth spins like a top while moving in a large circle around the sun. The sun also slowly moves in a circle around our galaxy. Our galaxy is slowly spinning too. All of these turnings make the sun's light come and go, getting closer and brighter to the Earth at times or dimmer and farther away at other times. These changes create the cycles of days, nights, seasons, and years. In the northern hemisphere, the sun's light is moving south as fall arrives in late September. Birds leave. As the sunlight continues to move southwards, days get shorter and nights get longer. Some butterflies and birds leave to follow the sun, flying south for the winter. Leaves twist. Fall usually brings rain, which makes leaves twist and squirm on tree branches. The bottoms of the leaves look silver like rain and flash in the breeze as rain approaches. Rain falls. Fall rain comes hard and steady, rushing off roofs like waterfalls. Sometimes it rains for days. When the rain falls for a long time, rivers and streams rise above the banks and low-lying areas get covered with water. But most of the time, it just puddles up in the road. Flowers leave. The blooms of most flowers leave in the fall. Many flowers such as tulips, daffodils, and others go to sleep for the winter, and when spring comes, they begin to grow again. These types of flowers, called perennials, hibernate in the dirt when there is snow and ice on the ground. There are many animals that do not care much for winter either. They find a cozy spot and, like some flowers and trees, go to sleep until warm weather returns. Apples fall. Fall is harvest time, when ripened apples fall from trees. Many fruits and grains and vegetables are harvested, so there will be plenty to eat over the winter. Sometimes the food goes straight from the garden to the table. Sometimes they are sold on roadside produce stands, and sometimes they go into big trucks or train cars to supermarkets all over the world. Leaves fall. Deciduous trees such as maples, oaks, and hickories make their own food. Their leaves look very green because of a substance called chlorophyll. In these trees, water, carbon dioxide, and the chlorophyll from their leaves are mixed with sunlight to make a type of sugar. With that sugar, the trees feed themselves. When fall comes and trees begin to prepare for winter, they eat less and the chlorophyll starts to drain away from their leaves. This is when the true colors of the leaves come out, brightening up the woods until the leaves fall onto the ground. Fall stays. Trees, plants, and animals are working hard to get ready for winter, but there is still time. Fall stays regardless of weather until winter officially starts in late December. Leaves leave. Most of the leaves leave by early November, blown down by the wind and rain. They carpet the woods and roads with brilliant color. Those that are still hanging on branches will fall when the leaves stop feeding. The ends of the branches seal up and the leaves snap right off. Sun leaves. By the time trees stand stark and shivery without their leafy coverings, the sun has moved very far to the south. Even on clear days, the sun's rays are weak and give little warmth. Days are short now, and the sun leaves early each afternoon. Temperature falls. Some days, the sun shines pale yellow, and some days it hides behind high clouds. There's a chill in the air, and the temperature falls until one morning, the ground and all the fallen leaves are white with frost. Snow falls. One day, you may notice gray clouds hanging low in the sky. Smoke from chimneys will not rise up as it usually does, but will drift down around the house and hang in the tops of trees. That's because the air is so full of moisture that there's no room for smoke. Soon the sky will be dotted with snowflakes as the first snow falls. Fall leaves. After 3 months of everything from sunny days to cool rains to snowfall, from green leaves to red and yellow leaves to bare branches, from flocks of birds flying overhead as they follow the sun, to birds looking for runaway seeds on ground, fall leaves. It has been a special time of year, a busy season full of color and change. So that was Fall Leaves. So up next, I have our second book, which is Fall Walk. So Fall Walk. I went for a walk in the leaves today. They rustled and crunched as I kicked them away. Here we have a poplar leaf and a willow leaf. Red, orange, yellow, purple, and brown, they flew into the air and then fluttered down. Flowering plum, cottonwood. My Grammy told me the name of each one. Remembering was hard, but I still had fun. Sycamore and a flowering pear. I twirled and ran and jumped in a pile. Scattering the leaves made Grammy smile. Walnut, Russian olive. See these leaves? They're mulberry. And this big round one is a chokecherry. Mulberry, Canada red chokecherry. As I looked closer, I saw red, gold, and green, with veins edge to edge and small ones in between. Sweet gum and linden. Wind lifted leaves up and whirled them around. I joined in their dance till they fell to the ground. Honey locust and sassafras. Fall colors in the mountain glowed in the sun. From the autumn leaves, their work almost done. Oak and a birch. The maple leaf was all spiky and red. I held round aspen leaves that turned yellow and dead. Maple, aspen. Leaves from the peach tree were pointed in gold. I told my Grammy, there's too many to hold. Here's the peach tree, and here's a hawthorn. So we pulled out a bag at the end of the day, and Grammy told me as we started away, elm, golden rain tree. Let's take a few home to press in a book. When you want to remember, open and look. Pecan and ginkgo. Alrighty. So that was a fall walk. Sorry, that was Fall Walk. And I have a challenge for you. So, sometime today, possibly today, maybe tomorrow, or even maybe this weekend, I challenge you to go find your favorite natural spot. So that could be your backyard, or maybe even the park down the road, or maybe even here at Beaver Lake Nature Center, and take a walk in the woods or the gardens, and take a look at all the different colors that you might find. Then, just like in this book where it says how to press leaves, gather some of your favorite leaves that you see on the ground. Make sure you have an adult with you to help you figure out what kind of tree it is. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna need leaves that are still soft, not dry and crunchy, a few large books, and a few blank papers. Prepare a place where the leaves can dry undisturbed for a few days. So make sure you leave them aside for a little while just so there isn't too much extra water. Put down a book, a paper, and then some of your leaves. It's the best if the leaves don't touch each other. Cover them with paper and stack a book on top. Continue building the stack with paper, leaf, paper, and book. Finish by placing a couple of really thick books on top. In a few days, your leaves will be pressed. So just like in the story, you can take a few home to press in a book when you want to remember, open, and look. So gather some of the favorite leaves that you found on the ground and go ahead and give them a press. And then in just a couple of days, maybe a week or two, you'll be able to look back at those pressed leaves for whenever you want to remember the beautiful fall color that you found on your walk. So thanks so much for joining us this week, and we hope to see you guys next time. Bye.